gracious me!
What is going on, guys? TVM here. Welcome to the Road to Glory episode 60. I have sun on my face. I've tried my best to block it out, but hey, don't have a blind. If I had a blind, my cat would rip it to shreds, so there's literally no point having one. That's my team going into this week's Weekend League. Legends are on screen right now. Thank you very much for the continued support, as always. I was in the comment section of the last video as it went live. Had some idiot telling me that it was stupid that I was doing a Road to Glory for FIFA 19 when I hadn't done one for FIFA 18. My brain hurt for quite a while after I read that, if I'm not being honest. So, if we can hit over 237 likes on this episode, then that merch giveaway will come even sooner. Mark my words. Hey, if you don't want to hit it, that's fine. We'll still do the merch giveaway. But the more support we get, the quicker it'll come, if that makes sense. So, with that being said, we are into FUT Champions. This was the first game, and I tell you what, I felt really good in the first 45 minutes, scoring 3 goals, forcing my opponent to leave, and I thought, it's going to be a good weekend. I was wrong. Very, very wrong. In fact, I ended up finishing yesterday playing squad battles because I was annoyed with FUT Champs. As you can see, dominated that game, made him rage quit in the first half, and then went into the next game, and things just took a turn. I don't know what it was. It wasn't my team. I'm not blaming my team at all. It was me. I'm just not playing very well. Even that game where I won 3-0, I don't really think I played that well. I felt good. I felt like I could... to be fair, I go into every game thinking I can win this. Like it's not like any other FIFA that I've ever played, apart from maybe FIFA 96, which I was an absolute god at, by the way. But this, I kind of feel like I'm a good player. I feel like I'm an elite player. I just need to be able to go consistently winning games, as opposed to like this game right here. This isn't even the worst game. There's a game coming up where I've conceded 8 goals, right? And I genuinely don't understand how I've done it. This one was bad enough, though. Everything he hit was going in, and I lost 4-1 because I think I grabbed one back in the 92nd minute here with Dybala, and I don't understand how I lost that. I said I don't understand. I do understand how I lost it, but not by 4. He had a lot of shots, but most of them were like way out, and they were dribbling towards goals. So it looks like the stats are in his favour. They are, and he did deserve to beat me for sure, but not by the margin that he did. Speaking of not by the margin that he did, this guy right here, I have absolutely no idea what cheat codes he's using, but he had 10 shots and scored 8 goals. And I genuinely don't understand what Handanovic was doing for about 60% of them. I'm not showing you all of them in extended clips. I'm showing you all of the goals, but I'm not going to show you in extended sort of, build-up and everything like that, because it would get a little bit embarrassing. My defenders sometimes weren't clearing the ball, button presses weren't registering, the goalkeeper was just an absolute joke. I managed to claw one back. I didn't quit, and I never do unless I really am pressed for time and I need to get the games done. We lost 8-2. And look how even that game is. I've got more possession, I've had more total shots, I've had 1 less shot on target, my pass accuracy is better, and he's managed to score 8 of his 10 shots. Everything that guy kicked went in the back of the net. And from that point on, I was like, that's it now. I'm going into these games and I'm just gonna detach. I'm not gonna get emotionally involved. And that didn't last very long. Snack 20... Wait, no, not Snack 25. My bad, dude. Aziz Mehmood says, dude, you're complicating things, which riled me up a little bit here, okay? He says, you're trying too much to fit this Tellez in. Sandro may not be as good, but it'll allow you so much more flexibility for the rest of the team. For example, Manolas is a fantastic defender that you could then fit in, just an option. Maybe replace João Mario with the Hamsik, which obviously we've talked about. Tellez with Sandro and Miranda with Manolas. You could get that again, full chemistry. English is difficult on that simply by making Mertens a CM with 9 goal and double link. I appreciate your comment and I appreciate your words, but get out of my comments. No, I'm joking. No, I understand. I just don't want. I don't want the same team everybody else has got. Like, the Road to Glory, which brings me back to the beginning part of this video when the guy said that I didn't do a Road to Glory in FIFA 18, so doing one in 19 doesn't make any sense. Guess what? I did actually do it in FIFA 18, but I didn't continue it. I ended it after like 40 episodes. But, alas, I digress. went away from meta players in FIFA 18. That sun is right in my eyes. I went away from meta players in FIFA 18. I was using Inform Barkley, Inform Rooney. I used the mid Jari Litmanen. And I had a lot more fun playing the game than getting all the meta players and then trying to abuse mechanics in the game. Now this year, I kind of have gone down the meta route with certain players. For instance, we're using Firmino, who in my opinion is a meta player. Everybody seems to use him. Mertens is a kind of meta player. Nainggolan kind of suits it as well. I mean, if we went real meta, then we would get ourselves someone like Matuidi as well, because everybody seems to use that guy. You know, players like Kante and Pogba and Matuidi, Ronaldo, etc. I mean, okay, they are good players, and Ronaldo, for instance, I wouldn't necessarily say he's meta, but he is, but he isn't, if that makes sense. But I don't want the same team as everybody else has. So anybody who builds into Serie A is going to go for Alexandro, and he's going to go for Manolas, and he's going to get maybe the League SBC Skriniar, or they'll get, I don't know, an icon or something. And that's fair enough. But I just don't want to build the exact same team as everybody else. So trying to build a hybrid where you use a selection of players from one league, maybe one other player from, like, for instance, Teles from the Portuguese league, to link in a different league again, like the Premier League, like we're doing with him at the moment. I feel a lot better about that because my team is quirky. It's a little bit different to what a standard team would be. So whereas I understand Alexandro would give me so much more freedom to do whatever I want with my team, I kind of want to keep Teles there because it adds that air of hybridness. You know, like, it's not... by the way, I went into this game and I was like, I'm not losing anymore. I am going to smash my next opponent. And smash I did. I actually nearly lost this game at one point and I couldn't quite believe it. But at the end of it, and I'll show you in a second, at the end of the 90 minutes, I had 94% pass accuracy. And I pride myself on pass accuracy. I want to try and get above sort of 88 in every single game that I play. And getting 94 in this was a very proud moment. How I didn't score more goals, though, is beyond me. And then he scored that. That was a second shot of the entire game. And as you can see, he was going to the clips here. He had 4 shots on target because he did, to be fair to him, he pressed me a lot after he scored that goal. And he managed to claw back some of the possession because I absolutely ruined this guy from start to finish. The final 5 minutes of the game, he sort of rallied a little bit and nearly got a goal back, and I would have been livid. And this is a very good team, but I was in a get out of my way kind of mood, and I was not going to allow this guy to beat me because I needed to claw it back to 3-3. At the moment, we are 2-3 for the weekend, and that's the worst start, or one of the worst starts we've had since the start of the second worst start, I think it is, because the one time I think I went like 1-4, 1-5 or something, managed to claw it back to goal 3. But I have to wait and see what happens here though. But hey, we scored. Yeah, I will shuffle the team around. We'll look at it. We might get Alexandro. I'll have to wait and see what happens. But you know, in the interest of just making this completely interesting and not just trying to get meta players and get the same team everybody else has, I want to be a little bit quirky and I want to try and work it out. You know, I like the fact that it's difficult. Chemistry is annoying in a sense because I feel like Ultimate Team isn't Ultimate Team because you can't build your Ultimate Team. Do you know what I mean? Say Ultimate Team more. You can't build the team you really want to. If I want to get Ibra, Josh King and Mertens into a team together but have a solid side, it's pretty much impossible to do it because of chemistry, which is frustrating to say the least, because why call it Ultimate Team if you can't build the ultimate team? But you know, it's there, it's in the game, so I'm going to try and use it, and I'm going to try and work it out and see if I can work the kinks out and get an interesting team going that you look at and go, how has he done that? That's awesome. That's what I want. You know, that's what I want from this game, and I'm enjoying it. So 3-3 going into the next set of games that will be in tomorrow's episode is okay. I mean, considering the 2 games that I had, the one opponent, to be fair, both opponents, the one who beat me 4-1 and the one who beat me 8-2, they both deserved to beat me, hands down. But that aside, the margins in which I lost those games by were just ridiculous. So we picked up that kit from the weekly objective. This sun is getting on my nerves. There is a very, very small crack between the pillowcases I've put up there, and the sun is just coming through it into my eyes, and I can barely see anything. And it probably looks stupid on camera as well. But we picked up Duffy. I went into a squad battles game, put it on beginner, got an Airtricity player, if that's how you say the Irish League player, and scored 7 goals with him. Unlocked this, not a problem. Don't think I'll ever use it. It's not bad, to be fair. Considering he doesn't exactly play in a big league. He's got sort of semi-decent stats. With a chem style, he could actually be a sort of an 85 rated player. We've got a legendary win there, 5-0. You saw that 11-0 win on beginner. That was because I was trying to get the kit and the player of the year card. And now we go into this game. I'm just going to show you some of the highlights. Yes, it's squad battles, but it is on legendary. I'm actually really enjoying squad battles at the moment. It's far less stress than weekend league, and I am still working towards something. Not to say that I'm going to drop weekend league altogether, because come Thursday, if I don't have red player picks, I will cry into my soup. Don't eat soup, but still, it's one of those things where I'm playing weekend league and I'm like, you know what, I can't do this anymore. I'm raging too much. It's not good for my health. I just need to stop, because it's so. The contrast in emotions when playing weekend league is unbelievable. It can't be good for your brain. 1 minute you are happy as Larry slapping someone 3-0, and then the next minute you are ripping your face and trying to pull your head off, quite literally, because you've just conceded a goal after dominating a guy. It's really, the contrast in emotions is ridiculous, and it really does take its toll. But I'm going to be gunning for Elite 3 in squad battles this week. I'm going to dedicate a little bit more time to it than I normally would, and I'm going to try and get Elite 3, which I think is a 35k pack and a 25k pack, correct me if I'm wrong, with about 12,000 coins or something. And then next week, if I have enough time, I will try my best to get Elite 2 or indeed Elite 1. I did have a look to see whether it would be possible to get into the top 100, but I just don't think it would be worth my time to do that. How annoying is this sun, by the way? Very, very frustrating indeed. Now, we're live, by the way. Surprise. We've got some things we could probably do. Picked up a shadow from a daily objective, sold it for 5k. Sold this silver card for 1,000 coins. Not too bad. Clear those sold items. Going to check at the back of the transfer list. Still got this guy. Just can't sell him for anything at all. We have 6 things here. Claim your items. 6. Oh, okay. So, these are the items we used. How is that even possible, though? I used more than that. So, EA have refunded the players we used in the Sancho SBC yesterday. However, they've only given us 6 of the 11 back, because obviously we had to use 11. Yeah, so he's untradeable. That's very confusing. We used 11 players and they've given 6 back. Because they said that they would refund. Let me just stick that in the club. They would refund the people who have partially done the SBC. Hey, he's gone. Well done, mate. The people who partially completed the SBC would be refunded. So obviously, we've been refunded. Happy days. But only 6 players instead of 11, which doesn't really make an awful lot of sense. It was definitely 11 players, wasn't it? Don't think I played any more than that. So annoying. The sun. It's like I've got like a sun mustache. Anyway, they've put the Icon SBC back in now. The Icon Set 3. And if we take a look at the rewards, the player that everybody's going for there is Hadji. Ooh, must get Hadji. Zanetti's decent, Hadji's good, the rest of them are trash. I actually really want that Zola card. And it could be something that we work towards, although I don't know if 28 days is going to be enough. However, many people are saying that the price of this may drop once Icon Set 2 expires. So I don't know whether we should maybe do everything in this, aside from the icon, of course, and wait. Basically, the reason behind it is Humble Beginnings is just a bronze squad. Rising Talent is just a silver squad. We can do that. We have enough in the club to do that right now. You get a silver players pack for that, which helps you complete this one, and you get a gold players pack, which in turn could potentially help you do this, but you do need 2 Team of the Week players. It used to be 3, now it's 2. You need 9 rare players and then 2 Team of the Weeks, and you get yourself a premium gold players pack. That used to be a 50k pack. They've halved that. And then the Icon is now a 45k pack, which is pathetic, but you need to submit an Icon for it, which is expensive. And then they've added this, because when they first released it, it was Just these 4, I think those were the same rewards. World Class was a 50k, Iconic was 100k, and people could quite literally just keep rinsing it until they eventually made money. So they've added one, which is an 82 rated team, which in my opinion doesn't really negate the rinsing, but the rewards do. So the fact that they've halved these rewards, well, more than halved the Iconic one, but because they've halved them, now means that people won't be willing to just sort of rinse and repeat because there's no way they can make money out of it. Well, yeah, they can, but not logically. You get a jumbo premium gold pack for that, which is quite naff, but you only need to submit an 82 rated team and 1 team of the week. So, with what we have in the club, and without spending a penny, I could complete Humble Beginnings, Rising Talent. I think I could probably complete World Class, and then I could maybe do 3/4 of 82 rated. The Team of the Week card might be the sticking point. So all we would need to do is get the icon. Now, at the moment, I'm on PC. I don't know what console prices are like, because someone said to me in the comments, the Teles card. Someone said I just got it for 90k. Is that a good deal? I've no idea because consoles are different to PC. But B, that's kind of case in point right there. Teles cost me 135, 140k. On console, he's nearly 50k cheaper. So it's the same with Florenzi. Florenzi's like 130, 140 on console, but for me, cost me nearly 100k more. So my team is at a massive disadvantage because some players on consoles are cheaper. So, my team is a lot more expensive than it looks because of the platform that I play on. I think that's 80k, so that would be 800, wouldn't it? Yes, it would, right. So you can't get an icon for... There you go. So you can get an icon for about 860k, which is Henrik Larsson's baby. And then, they're all pretty... Baresi's not too bad, to be actually using him, but he's 5'9", so we can't do that anyway. But we would need to raise 860,000 coins, maybe 840 if I can just sort of snipe one on the day or something. If I wanted one of those icons, I would need to pay 840k. Now, that to me is a lot of money for an untradeable. Don't really want to be spending that. So, with that in mind, after 9 days, people won't be able to submit an icon to get a 100k pack, and we'll only be left with icon set 3. So people are saying that the price of icons likely to come down because the rewards aren't nowhere near as good. So hopefully they can drop by a couple of 100,000. I doubt it'll be that sort of drastic. But if they can drop by a couple of 100k, then it'll be worth doing, because this Zola card, would fit into the team magnificently. And a lot of people are like, oh, he's too small, he's too weak, blah, blah, blah. I don't care, mate. That card is ridiculous. He's got insane everything. His composure's a little on the low side, but he wouldn't be a striker for me anyway, so I'm okay with that. But everything about him is fantastic. His strength isn't even that low. Compared to Mertens, okay, granted, this guy's going to cost me, like, if icons do come down by 200,000 coins, he's going to cost me around, well, I don't know, between 5 and 700,000, right? But he's got slightly better stamina than Mertens. He's got more strength than Mertens. Not that 57's great anyway. And then he's much better than Mertens, and Mertens would be the player that he replaces. So, with that in mind, that is an insane card, and one that I may consider doing if they either release a baby icon SBC, which we've been crying out for, and I genuinely don't think we're going to get. But if we do get it, then happy days, we may do that. Or we'll have to wait and see whether they lower the price of baby icons come down once that icon set 2 gets removed. The community, oh wow, there's no baby Littman on the market. So how much is that top Littman in? Because he could be replacing João Mario. I say could be. I would love him to replace João Mario. But the interesting thing for me is that they haven't released this icon in a set yet. So are you seriously telling me that you are going to release an icon set with Jari Litmanen in that costs more than what they do right now, because prices of these icons and everything together with it is just going up and up in price. The icon set 3 is down in price, but the icons have still got a premium. I mean, that card is decent. It's not fantastic by any stretch, and that's the prime, but it's definitely a card I'd love to get in the Road to Glory, and that's me going non-meta as well, because Jari Litmanen's card is not a meta card in my opinion. He doesn't have agility or balance, or not enough anyway. His crossing's quite weak, his long passing isn't great, his dribbling is only 81, his strength is below 70, shot power's not that great either, so it's not really what I would call a meta card, but he is the greatest player to have ever lived. So, with that in mind, I would love to get him on the Road to Glory at some point. I don't actually care which version I get, 90 or 88. Don't really want the baby if I can help it. But yeah, I don't know whether I'll do this or not. I'm tempted to maybe start chipping away at this icon, set 3, and then hope that we either get a baby icon SBC that's around the 250-300 mark, or that the player prices come down once icon set 2 has disappeared, because unfortunately me packing an icon has only happened once in the last 3 years, so I can't rely on that happening, and then me buying one on this platform, 800,000 coins to get an untradeable Zola, whether that is a decent deal or not, which to be fair it kind of is, because he's saving me 300 and something thousand coins, it's still not something I want to do. I'd have to sell most of my team to get that, and I'm just not willing to do it. So hopefully the player prices come down. That was my thought process behind it anyway. As far as the foot swap items are concerned, if we just go into the Jumbo Rare Pack, which is what we're going to be doing. So you submit 6 tokens. Wait though, what do you get for this? So you get 250, okay, that's fantastic. You get 250 coins for submitting. That's mental. Surely come on. Give me a little bit more than that. Give me a little bit more. Quality special. No, that's gold. Special. Needs. Let's go to low and submit. Right, so what do we want? Tier 2 or Cycle 2 or whatever they're called. Right, so we have 5 right now. I think we get a 6th when we complete. We'll get a 6th for completing the squad battles section, and then the starter objectives. If we go to the weekly objectives, we're 4 matches. Literally, all we have to do is play 4 matches, which obviously we're going to do because of weekend league. We need to play 4 games, and we'll get our foot swap player there. We need to play 3 online single matches this week. That's stupid, but still, if we do that, we get another foot swap item. I will do that. As much as I don't want to, I will do it. I'll find the time, and I think that's it. I don't really care about these. So we'll get another 2 there. We'll get 1 from squad battles. That gives us 3. We already have 5. That's 8. So we are going to need 5 more tokens to get that 100k pack, if my maths is correct. And that's not too bad at all. Although we are in the 17th of November, so we're not too far away from the end of it now. Where are we? So 6. So the one that we get now for completing the games goes in here. That's it complete. We have it all. And then we'll need another 7. We already guaranteed 2, which means, yeah, we need 5. Okay, so that's fine. So we just need to look out for 5 more. I think I've missed 1. Are there 5 remaining? Because obviously there are only 14 given, right? So we can't get this Pedro because I think I've missed 1. I missed 1 last week, didn't I? So I need to hit every single one of them now. I think I can get it. If I can't get it, then I'll have to get the rare Mega Pack and maybe an Electrum Players Pack. Maybe I'll pick up the Mbai Niang and Gilavogui just for 84 rated cards to use in an SBC. I don't know. There's a massive rumour, before we head off though, there's a massive rumour that in SBCs for Team of the Week 10, we will get a repeatable in-form SBC. Because this time last year it happened where we got a repeatable... Let me update this opponent because I'm not going to play that guy at the end there. Too good for me. Damn, not a good... we get an update refresh in 2 hours. Oh yeah, because it's only Saturday. I keep thinking it's Sunday. So what's that team there? Why? Why? So yeah, that should be fairly decent to beat on Legendary, and then we'll see what happens with those. I might just do the update and see what happens. But how far are we away from Elite 3? Not too far. 4,000 points or so, which is just 2 wins on Legendary, and then we're there. So that's fine. and if I can just maintain that. So yeah, this time last year we got a repeatable inform SBC, and then people are predicting that it's going to happen again. If it does, then I'm hoping for a good set of informs. Unfortunately, it's international week, so there aren't that many games on. There's not that many players to choose from. It's going to be an interesting one, to say the least. I'm going to stop boring you now, because all I've done is sort of talked about icons and stuff. That Sancho SBC, as I'm recording this, as you've just seen, still hasn't resurfaced, so I genuinely don't know what's happening with that. Not that I'm looking to complete it, but we have been refunded, or at least partially refunded, from what we submitted. So if anything, if they release it again, hey, we can do it again. Before I go, there was one thing I was tempted to do, and I don't know whether I should or not, because it's kind of like, once you've started, should I finish? Is go to the League SBCs, go back into Serie A. There are a lot of those small rare gold players packs knocking about, and I don't think, some of them are cheap, right? Some of them you can pick up for like 8k, if that, because like Atalanta, for instance, I don't think yet they have many silvers. Bologna have got 1 or 2. We have 1 or 2 in the club already. I'm tempted to go round these and pick off the ones that don't cost us that much money. I don't want to complete it again, but just to give us like the small prime gold pack for completing Sassuolo, that shouldn't cost us that much money at all. I'm tempted to do it. Do you think that's a good idea? Should I, not just the Italian league, but I'll go around all of the league SBCs and look for semi-decent packs. Small all rare gold, small prime, and then obviously the main ones like the rare Electrum, 50ks, 35ks, 45ks. If I could do them for reasonable prices, should I be gambling with them, or should I just try and build up the coin balance naturally? Let me know what you think in the comment section down below. Thank you very much for watching this episode of The Road to Glory. Tomorrow we'll have more gameplay, so if you do have any questions, feel free to ask them in this comment section, and I should be able to get around to answering them in tomorrow's episode. Subscribe to the channel if you're new, and until the next time, goodbye.